I'm still not seeing it. There we go. Now we're live. Hi, everybody. Good morning to you. Thanks for joining us here on Second Cup. Chime in as you are joining us this morning. I want to introduce you to my special guest in just a minute. We told you Ed was going camping.
Yeah. Wow.
That's the truth. So hopefully he returns at some point, but we do have a special guest with us today. As you're joining, let me know if you're with us. We're going to talk a little bit to our guests in a moment, and then we're also going to talk about someone who's having quintuplets in West Seneca. Quintuplets in West Seneca.
Is that 5?
That's 5. And a couple other fun things to talk about. So first, let me introduce you to Garrett. Garrett, tell everybody who you are and who you work for.
Great. My name is Jay Garrett Baruder. I actually work my days here at Channel 7. I do the creative services.
He's one of us. He's one of our very talented creative service members.
Yeah, and when I'm not here, if I'm not with my son, I make movies. I'm a filmmaker. I've been doing that for almost, I don't know, maybe 15 years.
So all the cool promos that you see on air and a lot of the behind the scenes stuff that you might not think about, Garrett is responsible for, and we appreciate you doing all of that stuff.
Yeah.
You got that creative eye, and I think a lot of it is because of your background.
Some of it,
Yeah.
My mom's got good taste. So
yeah. But you've been shooting movies and working in the movie industry for a long time.
Yeah, for a very long time. I actually started here in Buffalo. I went to the University.
Your mic on. No.
Can you hear me now?
Now I bet they can. Yeah. Okay. So Garrett, as you were saying, Garrett's in creative services, but he also does movies on the side.
Yeah.
So, okay, tell us about the background you have in movies, and then we're going to talk about this cool event that's happening.
Sure. Let's see. I went to the University at UB, Media Studies. Got into film production. There was no jobs when you got out, so we didn't know what to do. Ended up building up the film community here in Buffalo. So, I helped get the Buffalo 48-hour film project.
Yeah. Oh, that's so fun. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I got in. I built one of the first sound stages in Buffalo. I took over the old Pierce Arrow car factory.
So cool.
Right. It was way ahead of movies coming here and needing it, but it helped build up the local infrastructure and got people going. Then I met my now film partner, Scott Rubin, who is moved to Buffalo from Los Angeles, thinking
the movie area. Yeah.
Maybe you can make movies here. And, he came from the National Lampoon, which I grew up watching all those movies as a child. And I thought, wow, I can raise money with this guy and actually make movies.
Yeah.
Because at that time I wasn't financeable. What I didn't realize was how hard it is to raise money for movies, even if they're great. It's a tough business.
Yeah.
Scott and I would go on to make our first feature film together. We made a movie called The Rainbow Bridge Motel. It's a great comedy about a gay destination wedding gone wrong in Niagara Falls. So we did that feature film, and then he went back to LA. I met a girl who was living in Los Angeles at her family's film ranch, and next thing I know, I'm living in Los Angeles. So we finished that movie there, which was great because they didn't have the infrastructure here to do the post-production.
So you're doing films out there for a while.
Yep. And then I started shooting movies for people out there. So I shot a couple features, and then I was a ghost director for a while. So I'd go and fix other people's movies.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And then you found your way back here.
Yeah. During the pandemic, somebody in Buffalo hired me for 1 month, and I never left.
And the rest is history.
Yeah. And I have a son here, a Buffalo boy.
Aw, and he's so cute, by the way. His son is adorable. But so again, Garrett works with us, but he does all of this as another job, but B, total passion project. And you've got this movie that I think will really a lot of people relate to.
It'll resonate.
So tell us about this movie that we're talking about here.
So Unbelievable is
a
family comedy about 3 generations of diehard Buffalo Bills fans getting together for a family watch party when the Bills return to the Super Bowl. And it is outrageous. We made it with a very small budget with the support of Bocce Club Pizza and Selena Law and Costanzo's Bakery. So without those 3.
Some real local companies too.
Yeah. Oh, and they're embedded in the movie as they are embedded into our culture. And so we kind of took the ET approach where they got money from Reese's Pieces.
Yep. Okay.
So, we worked them all into jokes. And in fact, Bocce Club, Jim from Bocce, paid for the plaque dedication at the Rock Pile. So in the movie, my film partner, Scott Rubin, plays kind of the black sheep of the family who'd been making a documentary about trying to break the curse of the Buffalo Bills.
Is he in these pictures?
Yeah. And
is that him?
Nope.
Nope.
He's the one with tall hair.
Okay.
He's right there in the red jacket.
Got it.
And failed to make the documentary. So everybody gets really upset.
Okay.
You know, kind of jokes on him. But in it, they go to the rock pile. He drags his daughter, who's supposed to be a young filmmaker and doesn't really understand how crazy the father is.
Yeah.
So they drag him to the rock pile, and he mentions there's not even a plaque here. You know, and we're getting ready to release the movie. The movie came out today on Amazon.
And we're saying there's not even a plaque because the Bills used to play there.
The rock pile is the home of the Buffalo Bills.
And there was not even a plaque there.
Not even
saying,
a plaque.
Hey, they used to play here.
But there is now.
And that's happening.
That's happening. Also made possible by Hibachi Club Pizza. They paid for it. You wouldn't believe how expensive a plaque is, by the way.
No, I would believe it. Totally. Right. Yeah.
Or how heavy they are.
So, okay, so this is actually being there's a ceremony today.
Yep, at 5 o'clock.
For this rock at the plaque at the rock pile. And then you're going to be able to see the movie as well.
Yep. So we're doing a free screening inside the rock pile. I actually set it up last night.
Cool.
Yeah.
So it's outside, obviously.
The dedication's outside, but the screening and the round table where they're bringing in a bunch of the original players will be inside the building.
Okay.
Oh, and food provided by Hibachi Club and I believe Charlie the Butcher.
Oh, very nice. Okay, so plaque dedication outside. So dress warmly if you're going to check this out. And then you're going inside and you're going to be able to not only hear this discussion from all the different players, past players, but you're also going to be able to see this movie.
Yeah.
And how long is the movie here?
Movies are about an hour and a half.
Okay, perfect. And it's something that family friendly?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. So you could bring kids, you could bring your whole family. And it's something that even if you don't know a lot of the history, it's going to resonate.
You will learn the history through the movie. You know, one of the great things about the movie is it's going to teach the new generation of fans what it was like to be a Bills fan, especially through the 90s.
And like Bill, honestly, Cuppies and like Bills, isn't it so? It's so different. I mean, I grew up and I was a kid, but I remember the Bills going to the Super Bowl. I remember the losses. I remember the Super Bowl parties at my parents' house, and then and I remember all that. But if you're young and you're just becoming a Bills fan, they're contenders again.
Oh yeah.
And we went through this huge period where like it was really tough to be a Bills fan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know, and I often liken being a Bills fan to being in an abusive relationship. That you love them so much. You know?
Very nice, Karen. Yeah.
I couldn't have found myself with a better team to root for than the Buffalo Bills. Mm-hmm. I'm a big believer in underdog culture.
Yeah.
And that it builds like the strongest character.
Totally.
And Josh Allen is one of the greatest humans I've seen doing what he does. And he's just such a good person. I got the chance a couple weeks ago to go spend time with his family out in Firebaugh.
Yeah.
Right. And the family is incredible. And you can tell that he got his values from his parents. And just, as parents, it reminds us how important our job is. And unbelievable, the movie it's about your family relations. I mean, it's about a family.
Yeah.
So like never is it more important to put your attention where it should be, which is on your family.
Isn't that so true? It really is. I want to pull this up because Paul had a question about Casting Buffalo frequently seeks out background people. She's just wondering if she ever wants to get involved in these different local projects, and I'm sure you know the answer to this. How do you do that?
Well, Casting Buffalo is a great resource. There's Facebook groups, so if you're on Facebook, there's constantly people looking to cast things. There's a bunch of colleges out here, and every college has a film program. Every film program has students trying to make movies, and the worst thing they can do is use students to be the actors in their movies.
Right?
Because it looks like a student film.
Yeah.
So, they just need to be embraced by the community, and I've seen, over the decade and a half I've been in Buffalo, such a change in the community and their embrace of the local filmmaking community.
Well, and it's local filmmaking, and we're also seeing, frankly, like national films be, coming here and using us as a location. So that's really exciting. Corrine says, I remember the rock pile, seeing Jack Kemp and OJ walking down Jefferson, right? So this is going to kind of take you back to all of those, days past. And it's so, when you think about how things change from where the Bills played to where they are now. And now here we're getting ready for a new stadium too. It's going to be like the next, there's going to be a movie about Ralph Wilson Stadium, or the old, the Ralph at some point, right?
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
The Ralph is such an interesting stadium, and there's a cemetery on the stadium grounds.
I've heard that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually in the movie. We visit it. It's just a special place, and this should be an incredible season to finish our time there.
Okay, so today it's going to be Buffalo Bills alumni telling their story, and then there's also going to be guest Aaron Gray Sapp from Tulane, author of Moving the Changes, is the story of the New Orleans civil rights protests that saved the Saints and transformed New Orleans. So this is going to be kind of a more serious conversation.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize is that I believe it was Cookie Gilchrist and another player who was being brought in for the All-Star game that season refused to go because of
it was a Pro Bowl or something.
There was the racial segregation going on. So, and the Bills players were the ones that turned this into kind of a national media story, and then forced the hand of the people in Louisiana to have to change the rules if they wanted to have the Saints. They wanted an NFL team.
Yeah.
So the Buffalo Bills have a long history of standing up against racism.
Yeah. And we also saw that, when they came together after, of course, the mass shooting, and we saw them with their Choose Love shirts and coming out to the site and on Jefferson, which not far away from where this is too.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right. Well, Garrett, thank you. This is so interesting. How long did it take to make this movie?
So we filmed for less than a month.
Okay. But I have to assume the whole process starts.
It's always way longer than you think. It's always way longer than you think. And it was incredible. So we started the year before. We had the script.
Yeah.
And we just assumed because of the nature of the content that it was going to get financed right off the
bat. Right.
And in fact, the guy that directed Bull Durham was interested in potentially direct. I had no idea that I was going to direct it. In fact, I had a young child at the time, so I was really just trying to be a small part of something big.
Right.
And that didn't happen. Suddenly it's the next year, and the script should become irrelevant. We're afraid, we got to do it now, or someone else is going to make a Bills movie.
Yeah.
They did, by the way. And so we were able to scrap together. I mean, we didn't get the monies from Bocce and Celino until maybe a month before we started.
Wow.
So
And when did you start filming it?
We started, I believe, in April, right? So we took a house, Scott, my partner's house, in the Elmwood Village. Right, the movie takes place at night, but we didn't want to shoot all night.
Yeah.
So we wrapped the house and made it look like it was night. We hung all the lights from the ceiling so we can move around. I mean, it's an ensemble cast film, so there's in this tiny house, there's 20-something bodies moving at any given time. Right. We had no rehearsals, so when we're shooting, we're rehearsing the blocking and all that as we're going.
Oh my gosh,
which is difficult. I mean, especially with a comedy film.
Yeah.
People have no idea how difficult comedy is. So, if you were to watch, if you were to just walk in one day, you'd be like, this is going to be a tough one, you know, but no, that's just the process. So we did that. Then the movie was supposed to screen that fall. So we had to turn it around really quick.
Wow.
And as a low budget independent feature film, you don't have the resources that a big studio has or Hallmark has. So turning it so fast is pretty hard. And we were able to get it done in time for that screening. We had 600 people at the North Park.
So cool.
I was still editing and fixing it that morning, not even sure if it was going to export correctly. Right. But by the good grace of God, it did. And then the Regals picked it up. So then it went on a theatrical tour, and then it was playing across the country at different places. And that entire time, I wasn't really done with it.
Yeah.
So I would just continually make it a little better, make it a little better, fix a little color, do a little sound. And just recently, when Buffalo 8, which is not a Buffalo company, it's a Hollywood company who's distributing the movie, when they acquired it, I convinced my partner to let me recut the ending of the movie.
Boom.
And so the ending is as good as it's ever been. It's an awesome movie. And fortunately, technology has changed too. So we were able to do a lot with technology that wasn't there when we started.
Thank you for giving us a behind the scenes look at this too. Okay, so remind everybody the name is
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable, and you can see it tonight.
You can see it tonight.
So you're gonna go to the Johnnie B. Wiley Pavilion.
Yep.
You can watch the actual dedication of this plaque that you guys helped get in place, and then afterwards you're gonna be able to see this roundtable discussion and then the movie.
Yeah, and both me and my film partner Scott will be there. Our executive producer Eli will be there. A few of the other producers will definitely be there. And if you can't make it, that's okay.
One more quick question before you go. Yeah, if you're not here, how do you see it?
Amazon. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. And actually, there is one more question because I did want to bring this up. Lori's question. She's wondering about your shirt. Does it say "Get a grip"?
Get a grip.
It does. And can you explain why it would say that to someone who doesn't work in television?
Sure. All the lights that are moved on set, any of the rigging that's done with the camera is done with the grip department.
Anything stuff that's done in here. So like when we say "get a grip," it's talking about
get a strong person to go move something for us.
Exactly, kind of like, and also like you're moving the almost. I'm trying to say like what would you call it? All the different chords, all the different things, and we call that a grip.
Yep.
So
and then the gaffer, the head lighting technician, they turn it on.
Yeah. A funny inside joke. Yeah. Garrett, thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Yay. We appreciate it. Best of luck with the movie. Anita wants to know what time. Okay, Anita, let me just run down everything for you here. So the plaque dedication is at 5, and then everything is going to be subsequently after that. So you can see plaque dedication, then the discussion. The movie is set to start at 7.
Yep.
Fantastic. Garrett, thanks.
Do I just like this way?
Yeah, you can just slide on out. We might bring in Menkowski for a minute, but yeah, have a great day.
It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure having you. We appreciate it. So make sure you go check that out. It sounds like a great family-friendly event for tonight. And then, not only do you get this plaque dedication and the history behind it, but you also get the movie after. And Amazon, if you can't catch it. Thanks, Garrett. We're actually going to bring in Aaron, too, because we had a couple other things we wanted to talk about today. And Cuppies, thanks. Jeff is saying congratulations to Garrett. And Peter said, yep, he thought he said on Amazon, but yep, it's also on Amazon. Julie says, what an adventure it was. Yeah, Jeff says exit stage right. And Connie says she's going to be watching. Yeah, thanks. It's so fun to be able to support our coworkers and all of their different other passions. Hey, buddy.
Hello.
How are you?
I am doing well.
Oh, yeah, Garrett was talking all about his cool movie, Unbelievable.
It's so cool. He's like super talented.
I know.
Yeah.
He's got this cool like second life outside of here that he does all this cool stuff.
So like all the promos you see on TV, that's him. And then he's does this other stuff. He's making a movie in his spare time.
I have no cool second life.
Yeah.
Actually, I did last night. Let's talk about that
Let's talk about that.
Yeah. Okay. So last night, I was a guest bartender. I've never bartended before except to myself.
Okay.
And my friends when they come to my house. I'm sure I've poured you a cocktail before.
Gotcha.
But I guest bartended over at Fatty Beer, and it was all for Queen City Pitties. I think we have some video. Jordan will bring it in when she has it. But I did just want to say a special thank you, Peter. He came.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It
One
was
of the
so
Cuppies?
nice. Yeah, like he walked in, I
so
like turned, and I was like, hi, thanks for coming.
That's awesome.
But it was so nice because the whole thing raised money for charity. So
there she is.
Oh, yeah, there I am behind
Don't forget
the
to
bar,
tip your bartender. Look at that smile.
Yeah. I made that.
Oh, you put the little umbrella
Okay, well, it came
in there
out of
too?
the slushy machine, but then I did put
Okay.
I put the straw. I did have one pour that was a little bit rough that Paul got on camera, and I was like, "That's not a good one. That's not a good one." But I put even the umbrella in. I made that for Aaron Mason.
Oh, he was there?
Yep.
Okay.
He swung by, so we had a bunch of people. My parents were there. Little baby Logie was there.
Oh, that's so
This
cool.
was my husband directing. He goes, "Pick this up, put this down, pour a drink." I'm like, "Okay, Paul." Okay,
I can,
Paul.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, if all these people weren't here, I would be yelling at you right now.
Peter says last night was awesome, and the 2 rookie bartenders were perfect because, okay, so Michael Wooten came after me. Jeff Baker says top tip getter. I don't even know. It was funny because the Queen City Pitties, see the jar of money right there? That was our cash tips.
Okay.
And the Queen City Pitties people sent me a message, and they were like, oh, I hope you won the tips contest. And I was like, oh, shoot, I didn't know it was a contest. I just left it all there. And I was like, whatever. Me and Wooten were just doing it all for the doing it for the dogs.
That's so cool.
But I wrote a little sign that was like cash tips for puppies. I thought puppies sounded more
definitely
more pathetic than dogs. Yeah.
You
so
pull at the heartstrings right there.
Yeah. And those are from Buffalo Barkery. They're so cute. But anyway, so that was really fun.
I love the focus on your face.
You know me. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to try to do it right.
100%. You are putting all the effort into it.
Absolutely.
This guy's like, nice job.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. That may have been the second one I poured him because see the first one that had a lot of foam right in front there. I was like, oops, I did this wrong. I tilted the cup a little too fat. Bartending is way harder than you think.
Yeah. And like you think
Not that I didn't think it was hard.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it was, but it was a pretty slow last night.
Looked like a lot of people there. Slow in their words.
Slow in their words. The guy was like, yeah, so I'm like, slow. I'm like sweating.
Yeah, no, it's a ton of work. And, you really appreciate people in the service industry when you're back there. Like, I think everyone, I always tell my kids, everyone, you're going to be working service industry one day. You're going to have to do this just to learn about people and learn what they're like. And then you're like, wow, I can't believe someone's like that. And you're like, yep,
so
that's how they are.
I learned how to do like the different sales on the iPad thing. I'm not going to lie. When my parents' friends came, so nice of them to come and support us. And I put the credit card in and you like turn it around now for the tips, flipped it around, smacked your glass of wine across the bar.
That's why I have my...
Spilled it everywhere. I was like... You have got to be kidding me.
My iced coffee cup is way over there because I
sorry.
heard the story already. I'm like,
And
I'm
the
keeping
guy-
everything away from
I know.
you.
Then the guy was like, just try not to, like, just watch. And I'm like, yep, got it.
Yeah, you learn from your mistakes.
You sure
Good
do.
job.
But I was learning how to, and then the other thing too is like they'll give you, like, do the charge. Okay, it's one thing, but like there's a cash thing too. And then, people will hand you $20 and you're like, I can do math, but boy, I don't want to mess this up. Like when I'm doing this for another, you know what I mean?
No.
For the business.
Yeah.
I'm like 20 minus 8.
Carry the
Okay,
one.
I got
yeah,
it.
Yeah. And then, they're like, Katie, your cash jar register was $400
Yeah,
light.
no
so
kidding.
good job.
Yep.
Yeah.
So my mom, it's so funny. We went to Ireland. This is like 10 years ago. And we did go to the Guinness factory. And one of the things they do is teach you how to pour. So the guy goes to me yesterday, did you ever pour a beer before? I'm like, at the Guinness factory. I did it one time. But I remember I tipped the glass. He's probably like,
that's
all right,
hilarious.
thanks. Get out of here.
Great job, though. Great job. Great cause.
Yeah.
So
It was nice. It was fun.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to talk about this family in West Seneca.
Oh, the quintuplets?
The quintuplets.
What a story. Look at that picture.
Okay, they've got 2 little girls already. They're like doing the tip,
Here's 5 more.
Let's have one more.
Oh, A
one
is
more
hiding.
would make our family 5 babies.
And she looks great. Like she's standing and, all smiles.
She's standing.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, eventually she's probably
I
going to be on
know.
bed rest, I would imagine.
Sure.
Yeah. So like, congratulations, 5 little miracles right there. You remember when you first got the first sonogram of
Yeah.
PJ?
Oh yeah. Mhm.
It's quite a life-changing thing. So
yeah.
congratulations to them.
So we were both talking about it this morning. When you think about, like, I guess I'm a logistics person, right? When I think about this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
And
no, I get it.
awesome, like super exciting. And then I'm like, oh my God, what kind of car are they going to drive? Because not only do they have the 2 little ones already, but now with 5, they're probably going to have 1.7 car seats.
Wait, what?
Because they've got 2 other little kids.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But you said 1.7 car
No,
seats?
they're probably going to have at one point.
Oh, at one point.
A car that's going to have to fit 7 car seats.
Yeah. So they're going to have to buy one of those giant vans that you see.
I know.
And they're going to pull up to a restaurant and like all these kids are coming out. Yeah. Like what is going on? Yeah, we have a table for 9, please.
So
they're going to take advantage of those when the kids eat free days.
Yes.
That's where they should be.
I was thinking about that. I was thinking about cribs because they're going to need 5 cribs.
And then what if one wakes up? Does it wake up all 5?
Right. Great
the
question.
Other 4?
Great question. So I was thinking about that. What else? We were talking about like just, a stroller. I was thinking about like the strollers that they use at daycares where they have like, and I think they have like 4 kids. You still need an extra. I guess you could wear one and push the stroller.
And I'll tell you,
like, what are
the
the
double
chances
stroller.
someone's not screaming?
I know. Like what? Like I know. They probably, hopefully they don't, embrace quiet because they're not going to get much.
Yeah. You know what? Here's the thing. They're already seasoned because they've got 2 already.
I was thinking that.
Yeah.
Like they have 2, so they know what they're doing. They're not going in blindly. It's not like, oh, we've tried for years. Now we've got 5 coming.
Right.
You see those stories. At least they kind of know what they're getting
Yeah.
into. But wow. Like just changing 5. I bet you like in the beginning, all day for like the first 2 or 3 months, I just change a diaper nonstop.
So I did this story years ago with the couple in NT, and they had quadruplets. I think NT or Wheatfield they had quadruplets. I mean, okay, so let's be real, pretty close to, we're still talking, that's a lot.
Yeah.
And they had this huge whiteboard in their kitchen with every baby listed, and they had like the ounces of formula or what they drank. They had the time they changed the last diaper, when they had their
I feel like that's something you would do. Did you take that from them?
Please. When they had their last pee, when they had their last poo, because you have to keep track of all that.
Yeah, and like they've got A, B, C, D, and E, and A is hiding. What's one's a little rascal doesn't like to
you
eat,
could totally forget, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, has little baby gone to the bathroom in the past few hours? Like, you have to watch all that stuff.
I know. I can't wait to see what they name the kids. Like, are they going to go with like one letter? Do they do a Bills theme?
So there's what is it?
Josh and
it's
Alan.
boys and girls. It was either 3. Hold on. Oh, it's 3 boys and 2 girls.
So you get 3 football player names.
And I thought the boys' names were harder to come up with for me. We had a lot of girls' names because we didn't know if Logan was a boy or girl.
Yeah. PJ.
Okay, you do what you got to do here. So no, Danielle, Aaron's going to do weather in 1 minute. No, they're not. So 3 boys and 2 girls. Anita says, yeah, you would have to be organized. Jen, spreadsheet, totally. I like that might be the way to do it now. Like on your phone in a spreadsheet, you could both edit like a Google Doc or something. Marguerite says she can't imagine. Julie says they'll need a school bus. Sarah, I know the number of diapers that they're going to need. Diane says we have triplets, a 6-year-old. The others learn to sleep through the noise. My son is a 9-passenger van, 4 car seats take up a lot of room. I know. 5 babies at once, anxiety to me. Nothing could possibly prepare you for 5. Connie, 7 high chairs. I know. I was just thinking about all the different logistics. It's so crazy. Okay, Aaron's going to do his forecast, and I'll be back to say goodbye.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Still no issues on the roads. Here's a look at the 290 by the 90. And yeah, the roads are a little damp. You can see still a little bit of rain on the sides of the roads there, but things are drying out. A lot of clouds around, and we do still have some light showers to deal with. And we're going to have these light showers off and on throughout the day. We're not going to have the heavy rain like we saw on Wednesday and even for parts of Thursday. Just some scattered showers across the area today. We'll head toward the metro area. You can see some showers near North Grand Island over toward the falls. A little bit of light rain across Niagara Peninsula heading toward Buffalo. And some showers coming in off of Lake Erie near New Albion over toward Ellicottville, Salamanca, Randolph, Cherry Creek with some rain as these showers head back toward the 219. Currently with mostly cloudy skies, our temperature 43 degrees. Winds out of the southwest at 5 miles per hour, 42 in Niagara Falls, 48 in Dunkirk, 41 right now in Batavia. We look at our hourly forecast and expect mostly cloudy skies today, low 40s this morning, close to 50 this afternoon with those scattered showers. You go into the Sabres game tonight, dress warmly. Temps in the 40s as you go into KeyBank Center and 40s as you come out. Should be a fun one tonight as the Sabres are taking on Toronto. Hour by hour forecast. Notice some spotty showers across the area today, continuing into tonight. Few showers on the Lake Erie and Lake Ontario shorelines on Saturday. Maybe a brief shower across the area at times on Saturday. Drier on Sunday with partly sunny skies, and then we'll be dry for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday before things change again. Your forecast for today. Mostly cloudy, some scattered showers, highs today near 50 degrees. Tonight, overnight lows in the upper 30s, a cool one tonight with some scattered showers. Tomorrow, near 50. Again, a little rain along the lake shores. Sunday morning clouds can way to sunshine near 50. Low 50s for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Showers return late Wednesday, continue into Thursday. We're going to watch the end of next week very closely as it could be a rainy one.
All right, Aaron, thanks. Say, Noreen, you are so right. Hopefully they get help from family and friends. Yeah, absolutely. And Diane, who has triplets in her family, was saying, listen, once you get a system, it gets a little easier. And I totally believe in that. There is a GoFundMe for this family, though, because let's be real, they are going to need some help, not only through family and friends, but also some monetary help. So that's in Taylor's story right now. And if you haven't seen the story, go check it out because it is adorable. The 2 little girls already are so cute. I can't even imagine the next 5 babies are going to be adorable. Okay, big Bills game this weekend too, 1 o'clock on Sunday. So everybody enjoy the afternoon game. We haven't had one of those in a while, and boy, do I love those. So that'll be great. I will see you back here Monday. I think Ed is still going to be off Monday. He's going to need a day to recover from camping. You guys get it. With him camping. So I will see you back here Monday. Have a great day. We'll say it all together. Go Bills. I'll see you then.